So I want to start this video by first saying I am not where I want to be. However, I'm going to get there. And I'm not where I want to be for a multitude of reasons, but it can all kind of be summed into just one singular thing, which is simply not doing what needs to be done. And that typically comes in a lot of different forms. The first form would be not knowing, meaning you don't have enough information to do what you need to do, or you feel like you don't have enough information, so you decide to research it before you start to do what you feel like you need to do, or you haven't found the right steps for yourself. And the second thing, which is what I'm a victim of, victim in the sense of I made myself that way, was too much research, too much information, too much deep diving, more centered on understanding than executing. And I wanted to make this video and to make a series of videos to, on one hand, hold myself accountable, and then on another hand, hopefully help somebody. The last time I made a video, I was in a pretty decent headspace and I was making necessary strides in my perspective. And I started to do things that went opposite of my belief system and the things that I felt like I needed to do on a day-to-day basis. Because make no mistake, success at the end of the day really is a culmination of very, very small things that you do every single day. And things are gonna happen to you. They're gonna challenge you. They're gonna make you question yourself, question your goals. And it's not just external things too. Relationships, people, your parents, everything is going to make you question whether you should keep doing what you're doing, or whether you should change, or whether it's even worth it. But if something is in your heart and it's in your spirit, it's worth it. But what's important is for you to take actionable steps every day. So in a very ironic sense, every day I'm going to make a video telling you to stop watching videos, because you probably don't need to watch videos. You probably actually don't really need to learn anything else. You need to do. As a matter of fact, if you look at a lot of successful entrepreneurs or anybody who excels in business, their crash course for learning business was starting a business. It wasn't going to business school. It's in the trial and error period. It's in the action feedback period where people are able to truly grow. So I'm gonna make a series of videos, and the name of the vlog is gonna be No Applause Needed. I call it that because all the things that you are probably going to need to be doing in order for you to become the person you want to become, or see the results that you want to see, are gonna be in moments where no one is around. And they're gonna be steps and accomplishments that nobody's gonna care about. You don't need any type of validation from outside of yourself, from me, honestly, even from your own self. All of those things are gonna come after you do the steps needed, after you accomplish your goals. Every single day you need to be doing what you need to be doing. And you don't need any real research for you to figure out what that is, especially if you've already done it. As a matter of fact, just to kind of help you categorize yourself, if you've done research on a subject and you've came across the same information 3 to 5 times, you're wasting your time. If you don't really know much about something and you want to do a quick deep dive, do it. And after you do it what needs to be done. I want to be the reminder that you don't need more information, you just need to start doing shit. and stop wasting your time. I had the pleasure of truly building my mind and learning from so many different perspectives and vantage point for the past about 9 years. On October 17th, I'm going to turn 30. And all of that information has been incredibly beautiful, honestly. And it's been helpful for everybody but myself, because I have only more so been a conduit for wisdom for the people I've met. And I've had conversations where people have benefited from the knowledge that I gave them more than I did. I've had conversations with people where they put themselves out there and really found their feet on their own because of a conversation they had with me. And truly absorbing that really just tells me that I knew everything I needed to know at like 22. And I spent the time after that seeking some type of external validation, so that way I can have some type of internal validation. And at the end of the day, validation is irrelevant, internal or external. If you're so consistent at what you do, by the time people acknowledge how great you are, by the time people acknowledge the talent that you might have in your field, it won't even really matter, because their input is irrelevant. They weren't with you shooting in the gym. They weren't with you in those late nights in the studio. They weren't with you when you were waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning jogging so you can lose weight. They just weren't there. So the only thing they will ever really see is results. And that's exactly how life, I don't want to say life, but that's how society judges you, based on results. And truth be told, that's how you need to start judging yourself, because all of the things that you feel about what you have going on in your life, or how you feel about yourself, it changes. It's a fluid thing. But you know what doesn't change? Results. Because it doesn't matter how many years have passed, that grade that you got on that test is still what it is. Measurable results. So you don't need anything, nothing at all, no additional information. You don't need another short, you don't need another video. I'm ironically going to make videos to tell people they don't need another one, because I realize that people need a reminder, and so do I, because the series that I'm about to make is not just for viewership, it's really for me, and I hope it helps somebody else, because I know I'm tired of wasting my time. And I can't even say I fully wasted my time. I've learned how to do so many amazing things: painting, stone sculpting. I've made clothes, I've made shoes, I've made so many different things. But it's a lot of shadow work, so to speak, without emerging from the surface. So if you, for example, if you're in a cave and you just made the greatest masterpiece of all time, and that masterpiece could be yourself, and that masterpiece could be a product, who the fuck cares? The point is, you need to take whatever you're doing, you need to share it. And in a lot of cases, what you're doing is up here, and you need to take it out. Put it out there. And I'm gonna be honest, right now, I don't feel my best. I feel really tired. I feel like you can even see it in my face. I don't even like the way I look on camera right now, but I know those emotions and those feelings don't really fucking matter. What matters is when this video is done, I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna go update my resume. I'm gonna make some beats. I'm gonna put those beats out. And I'm just gonna keep doing that over and over again. And by me doing that, what ends up happening is I'm interacting with life through a feedback system. I do something, life tells me this is working, this isn't working. And I can adjust and act accordingly. I have had to come to this point because I realized all the work that I was doing up here was not able to interact in that same feedback. The information and the wisdom that I gained was not applied. And if you're watching this and you know a lot of things and you've been there and etc., 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 you're the fountain of wisdom in your friend group. Okay, but do you have results? You have amazing ideas. You believe you can make a difference. You can make a change. Great. Where are your results? What are the steps are you taking? What are the actionable steps? You can't even say like, I think, or maybe. I am, I will, it is done. And that's it. And I mean this with all of my heart. Whoever watches this, there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing in your way. You have no obstacles but yourself. Don't look at rising cost of living. Don't worry about none of that shit. Pick a goal, any goal. Pick a program, any program, whatever the fuck catches your eye. If you think you can't do it, that's the best one for you. Pick that. Watch it change you. Because when you think you can't do something, you're thinking of the present version of you. You're thinking of the present version of you in front of this obstacle that the present version of you has never faced before. But the purpose of obstacles, the purpose of pushbacks, the purpose of challenges is to change you. It's to make you grow. It's to make you different. How different? That's up to you. Some people get their heart broke and turn into bitches, honestly. Other people get their heart broke and they become greater men because of it, greater women because of it. They're able to love better. They have a better understanding of emotional intelligence. Everything that you go through, it really is an opportunity. If I was to ever recommend a book, The Obstacle is the Way, by, I want to say, Ryan Holiday. There's a lot of examples in there about people, great people who are considered great by society and human history, who were faced with serious situations. And those situations were seen as opportunities to elevate into something nobody could have thought. So before I feel like I'm just going to keep rambling, I'm going to stop it here. But just once again, reiterate. If you're watching this, honestly, if you're not, and if you happen to come across this video 10 years from now, 15 years from now, who knows where we'll be, but I'll tell you one thing. There is nothing that you can't do. You have no obstacles. My favorite rap verse, obstacles are optical illusions. Let me repeat it. Obstacles are optical illusions. Sending you so much love to wherever you are. And let's change together. Let's be something brand new.